Pat Ford, Coalition Radio Network. While I realize it's not usually the purview of the media to ask questions of public comment, the refusal of all but two councilors to ever answer any questions at any time in any place lead me to put them on the record in this manner. First off, the Morley Field issue is remarkable to me on a number of different levels, but one that hasn't really been discussed. I've been involved in activism and now the media for well nigh 20 years. I don't know if I've ever seen an issue where with this degree of unanimity. What I mean by that is, despite multiple protests, multiple city council meetings where this was discussed, multiple public hearings, I have yet to see a single person who supports the sale of Morley Field other than your mayor. And I'm talking about conversations around the community, reporting, interviewing. No one wants this. So I have to put the question out, which I realize in this format is rhetorical. You could answer, by the way, the notion that you're not able to interact with members of the public, members of the media during these meetings is quite frankly balderdash. That's a self-imposed rule. But is there anybody here who wants this to be sold other than the mayor and the administration, who seem hell-bent to twist this around so this can become a state legislature issue? I'd like to point out that the members of the legislature recently elected have both spoken in opposition for it. So again, the degree of unanimity opposing the sale of Morley Field is astonishing in its own right. My second question will obviously continue to be rhetorical. The last time I checked, construction is ongoing on this, I don't know, $500 million project called Tidewater, and yet, as far as I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it happens, there has yet to be public debate and public discussion from the city of Pawtucket, given the current iteration of the deal, which ostensibly, according to the mayor's rhetoric and according to the governor of this state, requires a $10 million contribution. Now, I have yet to see any plausible, palpable, relatable, understandable, foreseeable way that the city of Pawtucket, as we sit here in meeting after meeting, can find $10 million. The rumor being floated is that the mayor is somehow going to include this in the TIF financing and somehow levy a tax to pay the $10 million, which ostensibly would mean some level of city borrowing. But again, the discussions, it's just sort of that elephant in the room. It's out there, it's getting built. The groundbreaking was not ceremonial, I was there. And so, I'll just throw it out. Where are you all going to find $10 million, given the fact that the city had to borrow from a school department surplus in order to continue basic operation? And again, I'll throw out the fact, the unconscionable nature that a city that faces so many economic challenges on so many different levels, a wonderful city, despite the best efforts of the people who run it, would come up with $10 million when, in fact, one of the most successful downtown operations currently operating in the city of Pawtucket, a mere block and a half away, its entire operation, the Elijah Project, revolves around disseminating donated food products so that people in this city can survive. Where's the $10 million? Thank you.